Hi, I'm Lindsay Siedmann, and this is your Sutton Scoop. I'm here today with Lindsay Siedmann. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, thanks for coming. Lindsay's a realtor here at Sutton, and it's really interesting from the outside because Lindsay is a super busy realtor. She's always coming in with a contract. She's always busy. But I know last year you got married. Which is really exciting. Congratulations. You ran a full marathon. Your husband runs his own business. You have a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
You're always, you're out skate skiing, you're doing things. And like I said, you sell a lot of real estate. How do you find that balance?
I think that the key to also keeping busy is being in front of people and getting involved all the time, right? And as far as balance, if I didn't have other things to keep me occupied, I'd probably go crazy.
Perfect. And so do you find that for you running as an outlet to kind of balance yourself?
Yeah. Good stress reliever, exercise, as you know, it always is. And I find that was a good time to get away from everything. You need that break from your 2-year-old and you need that break from real estate. And sometimes you can just clear your head and go, right? Put it down and go. So
yeah, run and leave it all behind you. Right? So tell me, I think a lot of people don't know, how long is a full marathon?
Full marathon is 42.2K. Wow. And my goal is to do it under 4 hours, and I did that. So what
was your time?
It was 3 hours and 57 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty close to Boston time, qualifying time,
yeah,
isn't it? It's not that far off. Good for you. I think that's amazing. I think to go 40K, you're running to like Lumbee and back. Or maybe more. I don't even.
When I trained, I ran to Lavington and back. Yeah, that was one of my training days. And
yeah, good for you. Good for you. So what do you do from the real estate side? What do you do to prospect? Because you always seem to, your pipe's always full. There's always something that's, working for you.
As far as prospecting, I try and make sure I'm always in front of people. I'm part of groups. I am... when I'm not out doing open houses or constantly, if I'm in a baby group, then I'm talking real estate on the side. And, I try and put myself out there as much as possible without being pushy. And, I like to live, eat, breathe real estate, but at the same time, I like to have that balance. And
I think you've done well. It's really neat. I know, Peyton comes with us on tour, and it's just neat to see how you're kind of marrying the two. I know a lot of people try to keep it separate, thinking that you can't have a life, but you seem to kind of marry them and make it work.
Yeah, and I love that about my job, that I can stay with my daughter, have her home a couple days a week, and then also, not have her in daycare full time. Yeah. And on my days off, I'm constantly dragging her around. She's been through many, many, many houses.
She'll be a house connoisseur by the time she's 16. Yeah. No, I think it's really neat. Now, you mentioned open houses there. Yeah. I remember when you started, because you were maybe 2 years behind me, not very far. Yeah. And you were just pounding the open houses. You were doing the midday, you were doing the end, but you were creating results. Yeah. What is your thoughts on open houses now?
Well, in the summer, I like to do them Wednesday nights, and I actually see a lot of other realtors doing that in the summer.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. And usually 2 on Sundays. It just depends. Right now it's kind of a slower season, and I'm finding a lot of sellers are not wanting the open houses. Yeah. But yeah, I think putting yourself out there and constantly being in the public nonstop at the open houses, people come back and they see you week to week and they know, and it's a great way to get listings, because other realtors are not doing that, then
well, that's the flip side, right? Yeah. It's that you don't know what they're walking in for, and a lot of times I think they are looking for an agent when they're walking in.
Exactly. Right? Yeah.
So, very interesting. How are you getting the nighttime open houses out? Is it the paper, or are you doing it in a different means?
Yeah, well, now you can advertise on the all the different internet sites to do that, and usually the paper. So people do still go back to the paper to look for open houses. That seems to be the main source. So the Wednesday nights were hit and miss. I did a lot last summer, and same thing, hit and miss. So, but sometimes people can't make it on Sundays. Either they go to church or they work all days, and Wednesdays they can come after work. And
it worked. Excellent. Yeah, so now you've been in real estate for 6-7 years?
5 years, heading into my 6th now.
Wow, good for you. Well, you're doing really well. Has there been any times where you almost threw in the towel?
There's been a lot of high stress, yes. Sure. But it's, it's a job that, if you don't put yourself out there and you're not constantly on the go, and the phone's not going to ring itself. So I've learned that, and I know right from the beginning that you have to make that phone ring yourself.
Absolutely. Well, I think you're a phenomenal realtor. I can tell you, if I was out there looking, I'd be proud to call you my realtor. And is there anything else you want to add? Where do they find you on the web?
I've got a real estate page, www.realestate-okanagan.com, and of course on Sutton, and
on your cell phone. What's your cell number?
My cell number, 250-938-8388.
Perfect. And that's good. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks.